Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Wait, light. Hi, guys. Welcome to Divine and Conquer's Hogwarts Prep. This is a 5th edition D&D game based in the Wizarding World. It is currently the year 1944. We have a whole bunch of 7th year students and a couple of professors here on some adventures going out into the world. Before we start playing our game, do we have any announcements?
Be kind to each other.
Yes, please be kind to each other. Wash your hands. Don't go to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour if you can. It's highly C word with the Q word in the V word.
What?
All the words. There are a lot of words that could get us demonetized if you try to inform the everybody. But yeah, I guess we should do our little pluggies. First of all, oh, look at all the we got some gifting subbies right now. Which we should also give a shout out to our friends at Talon Claw. Look at that shirt. Look at that ding. I'm just what's it called? Humble bragging, which are doing the amazing pre-orders right now with these beautiful dice sets, as you can see on screen. Not us, but the audience can see it. The pre-orders already started and going to go into the 26th of the month, and they have full sets that have these larger dice. Like the D20s, they look amazing. They have all sets of woods. All the Basilisk and the Man of War are really cool looking, and I kind of want some. But yeah, if you use the code, if you go to type.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. If you go to Shop Talon Claw, I believe. Someone quote me and make sure that I'm doing the thing right.
I think that's what. I think that was it.
Please, if you go to there and you type and use the code Divine Conquer, you get 10% off, which is really cool. Also, if you scroll down below, their Etsy shop is down there, and they have these amazing dice vaults and DM screens and dice trays. I say that as I'm getting mine out because I didn't prepare my dice for today, which is a thing that should be done because we're playing D&D. Look at these dice. Look at these dice vaults. These dual hex ones. They're so cool. As I use that to also get out my dice. If you use the code Divine Conquer, there's 10% off of all the stuff down there as well. We have our friends that are doing the Alistair project that have recently just dropped some merch down. If you go to our merch page, there is the new Alistair shirt. They did a teaser for their comic that's being released in August. And the Patreon info is down below. As little as $1 a month, you can get a first-hand look at all the stuff. And if not, then you're just gonna have to wait until it's released on Webtoons. So yeah, that's the Alistair project info down below. Also, one last little shout out. As you can tell, I got everything ready except for dice. Look at my cutie chain dice bag that came in. Look at all those dice. Look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. It's a little dice purse that I put my Black Dahlia Murder dice in. It's so cute. But jeez. So help support our friends at Talon Claw. Help support our friends at for the Alistair project at Queen Chain Design. We have merch down below. You don't really need to worry about that part. We can eat ramen for the rest of our lives. That's fine. Do we have anything else that we'd like to plug or thank before we introduce ourselves and then carry on with the recap? We do have shirts. They're down there.
Yes, shirts. All the merch.
Yeah, Jess wasn't just flashing it for fun. It's also plugging.
I didn't flash.
That's what the audio listeners are saying as well. Yeah, I'm just being a troll. So let's introduce ourselves and then go on to the recap. Hi everybody, I will be your Dungeon Master for tonight. I'm Led Jesus, and going again from order from audience, from left to right, we have first Jeremiah. Would you like to introduce your character?
Hello, my name is Jeremiah, and I play Leon Jones, the Ravenclaw professor of Hogwarts. And I am a ranger, a Swarmkeeper ranger, if you will, and he's fairy godfather.
Our fairy godfather.
That
yes, indeed.
doesn't grant your wishes.
And then moving along, we have a Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'll be playing Griswold, and I'm currently trying to multitask. Griswold is a Circle of Spores Druid, and if you need to reference that, you can reference Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. And I'm still charmed by a Wood Nymph that does not understand the meaning of clothing. So yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
I might have also unintentionally killed some cats, and for that I am so sorry. I love my fur babies. Yeah, I feel bad about it.
We're gonna yeah. Hey, Lee, that's you. Why don't you talk?
Hey guys, I'm Lee. I play Bones. I am a Gryffindor sorcerer, wild magic, and I'm floating. So flying right now. That's it.
Well, alrighty then. And then for the long, Jess, if you don't need to talk, you don't have to, because you're dying right now.
I am dying,
Oh my God.
but it'll be okay. Hi guys, I am Jess. I play Neff, a Hufflepuff barbarian who likes to smash things with her maul.
I'm going to repeat for legal reasons, Jess, you don't have to talk. I don't need you suing me 10 years down the line.
It's okay. I'm tough, like Neff.
I mean, that is factually true, yeah. And moving further along, we have Steph and Josh. One of you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Yay.
No, I'm Stephanie. I'm playing Sonya, the divination witch from Hufflepuff, and you will see a very angry side of her today. Just yeah.
Going on to the other stinky boy.
I'm Josh. I played Jericho. I was the only one that didn't get charmed, other
That's
than
true.
these users
That's true.
who tried
That's very
murder
true.
me.
Tried to charm you 5 different times.
My friends tried to murder me. So let's see.
I apologize.
I had no
Leon
intention of
apologized.
murdering you.
Hey,
Like,
I
Leon
don't-
already
I don't
apologized.
know if-
Like,
I don't know if you're still charmed. I don't know who's still charmed. I don't know. I was in darkness.
Well, there was a lot of things that happened last game, so we're gonna recap all that and spew it on you guys. All right. With all our announcements, friends, plugs, and introductions out of the way, let's roll that intro. Hello guys, and we are back. So, to do a recap, and as per usual, I can never get the exact level that I'm satisfied with. And whatever I hear and we hear, apparently is not that loud on YouTube as well, so there's that extra challenge. So, to recap of what happened last time. After following Sonya's visions, the Order of the Broken Moth headed out to the woods of France to see if the Madam, one of Sonya's mentors, is okay. Heading off into the Pyrenees Mountains and going through the outskirts of the snowy forest, you guys explored and discovered a wood nymph who was being wounded by a odd scene, one by yetis who don't live in this region and are further north in Russia, and other by an animal that you guys thought to be extinct, some woolly mammoths. Defeating them excuse me, C word. Defeating them and the mammoths escaping and the yetis perishing. One actually turned out to be one of the Velas in some sort of disguise, which with an identify spell you guys realize was under the influence of some sort of charm. You guys head to the Wood Nymph's home, which is an abandoned wizard's tower, as there were several cats implanted in her home, and secretly she was charming every single one of you and succeeding, except for Jericho. He passed every single charm effect, every single spell that she tried on him. Using wording here and there, you guys discovered that the cats were actually polymorphed Velas that were in the estate where the madam lives, and Sonya got most of her training. With confusion and charms here and there, and awakening of some of the mind controls, you guys slowly started fighting back against the Vela. Against the Wood Nymph, and retreating some of your friends after a darkness spell, an AOE effect, and some confusion here and there, and great role playing between you guys of who was being controlled, who was not being controlled, who's charmed and who's not charmed. As currently everybody is in chaos of what the hell is happening. We ended the last fight in mid-combat, because that's how that works. So, we're going to start at the top of the initiative round. As I click the wrong thing, and we put in some music here and there. Alright, music is prepped, yes?
No, I think the reason why Jericho wasn't charmed because she's a cat lady, not a dog person.
That's also a good reason. As to not because I'm stalling and looking up the stats of the wolves that are on the field. Not at all what is happening.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just to describe a little bit of what the area looks like for our audio listeners. Again, it's a circle of wizard's tower that has been completely collapsed. There's different holes throughout where the snow is coming through, and definitely not at all prepared for the winter. There's plants laid throughout, and different bags or barrels filled with food that you see that she is currently using. As the last battle ended, we have 4 Velas that fell that were part of that were polymorphed into cats. I mean, currently one bleeding profusely, a cat that has avoided the conflict all entirely, and the madam over here in the corner next to the fireplace. The Vela said, the Wood Nymph said that the forest creatures used to protect her when she was young, and because of everything that's happening, she did mention that the wolves used to take care of her, so now she's summoning wolves. With Jericho being, looking just at the stats here, with Jericho being bloodied at the moment, Griswold, I think it's the only one who is charmed, or are you uncharmed?
Correct.
Everybody has broken from their charm in one way or another.
Except
Leon
me.
also being bloodied. We have the initiative chart here. I'm just trying to adjust to get the best angle for all of us to be able to see what is happening, because the screen is just, nope, the wrong way. Slightly too big for everybody. Okay. That would probably be the best. Yes, Jeremiah.
I have a quick question. What round of battle is this?
I don't know that.
Do you want to say like 7 or Or round? This is round 4. Round.
I
3.
don't know. I will say.
Where do you want to
use
start?
Your
Because
best
1
judgment.
minute.
Use
Because
your
1
best
minute.
judgment. I don't know. I have
And
no clue.
Stormkeeper. Because I don't know.
Let's say it's round 6.
Okay.
All right, cool. As I am fully prepared, because I always am prepared. I'm never not prepared. We're starting
You are
at the
always
top
prepared.
of the round. So as the Vela just summoned her 8 wolves, and she is like, the wolves always protected me. And you hear the growls. I'm gonna need more dice because there's 8 of these bitches. As you hear the growls of all these wolves, and 2 of them in the back start howling, which is a kind of similar noise that somebody's used to. Yeah, all right. Wolves are going to attack. So there we go. We have 1, 2, 3. Now go that one. 1 toward that one. Do. Oh no, you're already here. Do. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. And 1 on this side and 1 on this side. Okay, so we're going to first of all, Lee. That is a bones. Bones. The first attack is a 10, which I believe misses, right?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, so that wolf lunged at you, but are you on your broom?
Yes, I am. I believe I was somewhere like 6 feet up. Not sure.
Okay.
Maybe 10, but I don't remember how tall the building was.
It's probably, it's a wizard's tower, so it should be about 10 feet tall. I have 40 up here, which I do not recall you being 40 feet up in the air. So we'll go with your first number and go 6 feet up in the air.
That might have been previous encounter.
Yeah, I think so. Because I know you
The
flew
40 was the last.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm gonna use the boot. I'm gonna use the boot icon for me because I'm hovering 10 feet.
Okay.
I mean 5 feet. 5 feet.
Sonya, that is a natural 20 confirmed with the 17.
Divination roll.
Okay. What is my roll?
The base is 3.
So 3. Okay, so that is a total
Yeah.
of a 7.
Nope.
Just letting you know, you need to tell me before I roll. But I understand how this is working.
You
I understand.
were just about to say it was
Yes.
going to attack me, and
Yes.
I was about to say.
Yes, so I understand, just for in-table purposes. And also, if I just roll and says, hey, you get hit, you don't have time. So like, no shit. Okay, Neff. I'm also saying that for myself, that I need to announce that I'm attacking you to give you a chance. Neff.
Yeah, you said it real quick before I said it.
15 to hit, and then a 18 to hit.
15 misses, 18 hits.
Okay. And then I also need to get the stats for your madam. Which, cool, I have it right here. All right, well, she got hit as well. Okay, so oh my lord, of course, why would you guys take any damage? Minimal points of damage. Neff, you are currently raging, as I can see the icon on your character. So that is 2 points of piercing damage as the wolf tries to bite you.
It's halved, or
that is
that's
a half. That is the half. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, and our madam also takes 3 points of piercing damage, and she needs to make a strength saving throw. So let me just mark it off here. She takes 3 points. No, she takes 3. You take 2, Neff. So she's at that. I almost said out loud what her HP was, and then her strength saving throw is
23.
a 15, which already passes. Yep, you pass. As the wolf tries to bite your leg and pull you under, it looks like it was trying to drag you, but you're just actually stronger than a wolf, which is frightening, to be quite honest. So we're going to next in round is Sonya.
Can I? Wait. 5, 10, 15. Okay, back. I'm not. Yeah, that probably doesn't. That's fine. Can I move back? Is that like an actual bench or something right there next
This is
to me?
right
to
here.
the
This is the
right.
table.
No, the other.
Where?
With that,
Where the wolf's on top? Is it on top or is
that is just a bedroll.
a bedroom? Okay, I'm gonna go. If I can, 5, 10, 15, if that's allowed, and whatever hits me, hits me.
Yeah, where did you move? Okay, that is one. That is only one attack of opportunity. Are you gonna take it?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're going to take it. That is a total of 9 to hit. So I believe that's a miss.
Misses.
All right. As the wolf tries to bite at you, but you kind of just jump out of the way, knowing the predictability of where it was going, being able to see slightly into the future. As more as you know how to read people very well, but you know, you can see into the future. So what do we do? Oh, I need to get the spells that she has used because that's kind of important.
Is there a way I can move one more to the side of that one, or is it gonna hit me again? Sorry.
This one will get another attack opportunity on you. This one already took it. So yes, you can. That is so weird that the image cuts off. Okay, now it doesn't cut off. I just needed to get up a little bit. Yeah, that's totally fine. You're taking another Aeon, just so you know. That is a 18 to hit.
That hit.
And a total of 4 piercing damage. If this bite attacks, which is his only attack, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
What'd you get on the strength save?
Oh. It's gonna be
So get out my notes.
18.
18. Yeah, okay, you're fine. As it tries to like bite at your heel, but it does not. It does not manage to latch on to pull you. But you are right next to the madame. What do you do? That was just your move.
Yeah, and my action is below the wood nymph. There's a wolf, and then there's a spot right next to it. Right there is gonna be my focus for
Right here.
No. Down the wood nymph, and there's a wolf, and there's a spot. Yeah, below that one.
So right here.
Yeah.
This square is your spot. Okay. Yes. What are we doing?
Fireball.
Fireball right there.
Right there.
Wow. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. That is almost like we know how to do math. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Okay, cool. Yeah, fireball gets exploded there. Here for us, for the it's not 100% exact, just so you know, audience and members, but it's going to be pretty close. I'm gonna do 15, not to give the what the hell. So that is our fireball radius that it hits. It's 5 feet more, but just so everybody can get a little bit of a controlled by all players, so you can see exactly how far it's hitting. Those are the only ones that got affected.
Perfect.
So,
Look at
yeah.
that.
Oh no,
planning.
That poor Vila is about to get incinerated.
yeah. All right. So let me roll for
She
the
dead already.
wolves.
I know, but
first.
she's about to be deader.
All right. Which what is the dexterity saving throw?
We're just sanitizing, man.
Dex save is my spell save 15.
15. They have +2 only. Natural 1. That is a 15. And then I rolled 2 19s. So he is the only one that took the full damage. And let me roll for the Wood Nymph. What is your dexterity saving throw, madam? Madame?
Not madam, the nymph.
I rolled a 5. Her dexterity saving throw is total is 16.
Oh, okay. Well, she still gets half.
She's getting half. So roll me the full damage, and I'll calculate it for everybody.
Okay. Gonna do my 8d6 real quick because I'm pissed.
Leon, think about what you're gonna do. After that, it's going to be the Wood Nymph's turn, which I have an idea what she's gonna do.
12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22! Wait,
So half is
that's on my
11.
sixes?
Right? Yeah, 22 half is 11. So he's the
5,
only
6,
one
7, 8, 9,
that
11,
takes full.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, I'm sorry.
23. Okay. That doesn't change anything. So let me mark the ones that pass first.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I missed one more. It's 27. There's so many sixes going everywhere. Am I
Okay.
27? I'm
27
sorry.
points of damage. So we're going to round that up. As soon as I do this, I also need to do this. Bam,
Not
bam,
used to do
bam,
sixes.
bam. All right. So everybody that passed takes 14. Everybody else takes the full damage. So what is our HP? That's kind of a. Okay. So our Wood Nymph. Sorry.
Nymph?
Yeah, Wood Nymph. They're it's almost like the same word. Okay, as the fireball just hits the center, you guys all see just the radius as Bones. The flames go right up to about a couple of feet right from your face as you get slight non-flashbacks as the explosion hits everything in that area.
Nice aiming, Sonya.
But
thank
it does not hit you, and you are perfectly fine. It does kill those wolves as soon as they die because they are summons. They disappear. They do not stay on the battlefield. Yeah. So, her being, is she bloodied? Wait. She is technically not bloodied. By technicalities. As you see that it completely singes her skin as she's quickly you see that her skin changes different colors from blues and reds to try to match her back to her own woodish almost coffee grind looking skin tone. She looks pretty hurt. Her eyes are completely red. Her dress looks like it's singed, at least half of it from her end. She looks pretty fucking pissed, not gonna lie. But that's anything else, Sonya? It's just you just got.
I'm gonna be like, you get what you deserve.
Okay. I will actually use her reaction. And she looks at you and just yells. And when she yells, you hear that there's a dual tone to her voice. Like, she speaks and then underneath is her voice, but just like many octaves lower. As she like just screams at you, "I was protecting my forest. I didn't have an option." And it is Leon's turn.
Hot TBH.
Wait, what? What happened?
I said hot TBH,
Oh.
like when you said the chick with the like few octaves lower on the voice. I was like, oof.
So it is Leon's turn. What up, Leon? And then it is the Nymph's turn, followed by the Villas, Madame Neff, Bones, Jericho, and Griswold. Leon.
Is the spike growth still up?
Nope, it is not.
No, I dropped it at the start of my turn after taking damage. In the last session.
Okay, so I'm gonna land then.
Okay.
So, cause what's the point of hovering if I only hovered for that very reason? Why can't I click my character? Nope. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. There you go.
No, you're a smart boy. Layer.
No. There you go. No, I was at the ruler instead.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm gonna. Oh, wait. Can I? Yeah, I'm not gonna hit Neff. Or, yeah, I'm not gonna hit.
You're
So
there's
I'm gonna-
wolf in the middle.
1 and 2.
Okay. All right. Roll me
1 and 2.
All right. Roll me a hit.
Also, but bonus action first, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this guy first.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna put an icon, but I don't think that it's gonna last long because they're wolves. They're not,
Okay, that
guys are
is
level
a. Wait, what's my plus set? The other one is an 18.
18 hits.
No, dirty 20 actually, because 11 plus 9.
The
Stupid.
hits 2 more.
And the other one is 17 plus 9, so I'm guessing that hits.
That's a 26.
Yeah, that hits. That definitely hits.
So anyway, my first damage, because I have my. Is it already a dead mark or what?
Yeah, Hunter's Mark. It's gonna die, I assume.
Okay, the first damage with the one with the Hunter's Mark
Ryan, read
is
chat.
a.
Which chat?
Stream.
6.
How much damage on the first one?
Hold on. 20.
Okay. And second one?
And is Hunter's Mark automatically, or I have to use my bonus action to move it? Because it's dead. Does it automatically move, or is it bonus action to move it?
I think when it dies, you can move it. So, like, both your attacks are happening at the same time. After it dies, you select a new target, not this microsecond. Does that make sense?
Oh, not this same
this
round.
round. Yes.
Okay, not the same round. Okay.
I will ask you to look that up in a second. But yeah, so the first one does die. Yes.
If the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action.
Okay,
Subsequent turn. Okay, yeah, on a subsequent turn to move the mark. So yeah, on the next turn. So my next damage is not 2d6, but just 1d6 because no Hunter's Mark. That's a 9 plus what was the plus? I keep forgetting. 13.
13 total?
Yes.
Okay. As you kind of swoop down with your broom. Or no, you were using your swarms, right?
Yeah, I was using my swarm. I was
As
hovering.
your fairies kind of like let you down, and some start going back into your pouch. Some start floating around as you grab your wand and you aim. As a bow kind of magically appears, doof, doof, as you shoot twice, but not actually draw. Just both arrows hit, and as soon as they do, the impact of the arrow just makes these summons completely go away. And yeah, they are.
Yeah.
What is
My
considered,
damage basically like. My damage is the arrow and then some fairies roaming around. Anyway, I'm gonna talk and say, Neff, you got her, right?
I'm gonna use my reaction and I'm gonna say, fuck yes, I do.
I cleared the way for you. Go for it.
I don't know how to feel about that right now. Okay.
I'm sorry, but character trait. You do me a hurt, I will hurt you tenfold.
Hey, a hurt was made. Okay. Alrighty then. This is fun. This is so much fun.
There's like 20 wolves comes out.
She summons 30 more. No. I mean, it's probably smart for her to lose concentration of the wolves to resummon wolves. To be quite honest, but that's not what she's doing because nope, not heavy heat.
Jesus, I want to note, when you click the Wood Nymph, we can see her health on stream.
Yeah, that's there's no other way that everybody.
Oh, okay. So
again,
that's intentional.
I'm not looking at it.
I was just making sure.
that too.
This is my side of the screen because I'm the one streaming it. Everybody sees what the DM sees.
Gotcha.
Which isn't the player shouldn't be seeing that. The stream they can see whatever the hecking they want. Okay, so we're casting a spell, and we're casting that spell at the only level that we can, which is 3rd level, because we use up all our spells that are higher. I need its concentration. Sure. Let's do it. She's going to drop concentration on the wolf, so that wolf goes bye-bye. She's going to look at you, Neff, because you're the one that looks the scariest, and it's been acknowledged that you're going after her. And she's going to cast Heat Metal on your maul.
Oh my god.
So.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so any creature that physically touches the object takes damage until the spell ends. We have concentration on that spell. So at the moment, we're going to. Now, here's the option. You're going to take damage right now. After the damage that you take, this is considered fire damage, so it's not halved. You get to choose to drop your maul or to keep your maul in your hand. If you want to keep the maul in your hand, I'm going to ask you to make you roll to see if you can physically hold it, because it is burning your hands. So, we're taking 12 points of fire damage.
Oof.
As she looks at your hand, at their maul, and as you see the wolf completely dissipate from where it is, and Neff's maul just starts glowing red, like an insane red, and then flourishing with the orange where her hands are touching, as you guys smell the singe marks of burning flesh and the gloves that she's had on, as they start also starting to singe. You can use a bonus action for each of okay, so it's bonus action to continue that. So, Neff, are you going to choose to drop it, or are you going to choose to keep the maul in your hand?
I'm gonna hold on to it.
I need you to make me a concentration roll.
Concentration?
Constitution, sorry. Constitution.
Okay. Oh,
Constitution
then
saving
I'm
throw.
good.
I have a question. I don't know if this is
DC
meta or
is
not,
17. What's up?
but I have a question. I don't know if it's meta or not, but
What?
Oh.
Dirty 20.
It's magical fire. So the
Okay.
dirty. Do you have the ring of cooling? Does it resist Is it the one that the greater ring? That
it's
resists?
the greater ring.
Okay, so you resist half of the damage. So
Yes.
6 points damage. No, it's not meta. It's completely how you should help out your friends.
I have a meta question, and it's also stupid.
Oh, okay.
If she hits somebody with the heated up maul, does it do fire damage?
Anything that physically touches the maul takes the damage.
Neff, she just gave you a buff. Hit her with it.
What did you roll on
con.
Yes.
Dirty
Done?
20.
All right, you're holding on. It's like you want to drop it, but you're so pissed off that it's kind of fueling your rage.
It's even adding to her rage.
Yeah, no. We are both really
She's
smart
going
and very
to die.
wise and very charming. We're going to use a persuasion roll. All right, let's roll persuasion. That is a 28 to
Persuasion
for
too.
persuasion. As she's talking, persuasion is a little tricky when it comes to players being persuaded by the DM. Her argument, if you want to roll an insight to see if she's bullshitting you, you can. The DC
Oh, I
is
want to.
28.
I am not gonna pass it because it's the DC's 28. I'm not gonna pass it at all, even if I get a nat 20.
So the DC is 28. She rolled an 18 plus 10 for persuasion. If you want to try to see if it's bullshit, you can roll, and rolling might give you a different outcome than just not rolling, if that you so choose to. But it's completely up to
Okay,
you.
yeah, I rolled.
All right.
I rolled.
Is anyone else rolling?
I did.
Wait, how many people is this hit? I'm still charmed by her. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be persuaded anyway.
You should be able to move your character, Ryan.
No. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Okay. It's not a charm effect. She's just talking. But I'm trying to. If you want to, I'm giving you the option, which is not an official thing, to try to see if she's bullshitting you or not. Because she rolled and got a 28 on her persuasion, the DC to get a correct answer from the Dungeon Master is going to be a 28 as well. So, you can roll, doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get anything positive or negative. You will just see what happens if you want to. So, did everybody roll? Question mark?
Yeah, I rolled.
All right, Jeremiah, what did you get?
I have a 26. That's the max I can do.
That's pretty good. All right, Griswold?
18.
Okay. Bones?
I got a 12.
Okay. Neff?
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. What did Steph and Josh get? Sonya and Jericho?
Can I
Insight
not roll?
roll.
Because I already think
I got a 26 as well.
you got 26.
Okay.
Can I not roll? Because I already think she's BS already. Like, I'm angry at her.
Yes, you can be angry
Work, or
at her.
should I just roll?
No, you can be
Still
angry at
angry at
her
her.
and be like, "Oh, you're telling me the truth. I don't care. I'm still going to kill you." You can choose to do that if you want.
Yeah.
Remember what universe you're in, though. That is a very meta thing to say.
Yeah.
Remember what universe you're in. Okay, so with that, Griswold, Bones, and Neff. Based on the roll, you completely believe what she is saying. You understand that she's been manipulating you, and that she has charmed you, and you understand those facts. But also you do believe what she's saying. Jericho and Leon. If she's lying, she's using the truth to lie to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Real
And
quick,
the
what
and the
did
truth.
she...
Oh, well, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
what
and-
she's saying in a second.
yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
actually said it.
And the truthful lie is,
As she is saying, when she heats up your maul, she did do damage and desummoned the thing at the same time. She looks at you and her dual voice calms down. You see that her eyes go back to the shade that they were instead of just being pitch black eyes. And she says, because I'm reading my notes, I was only protecting the forest. Grindelwald put me up to this. I needed to keep the wizards quiet. And that is her
You need-
turn.
to keep the wizards quiet. Is
That's
that?
her turn, yeah. That's as
Sorry,
much as she
sorry,
can
it
within
kinda-
6 seconds.
It's kind of cut off.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Grindelwald put me up to this. I need to protect my forest and keep the wizards quiet. She casted Heat Metal. And I will say that she's going to stay where she's at as well. It is the Vella's turn, where she's going to do and scream a very not nice thing as it kind of creaks up a smile on Sonya's face as like, ooh, she called you a cunt and Vela. The Madane's turn. As she looks at you, Sonya, and has her wand out, and she is going to ready an action. And she's going to look at you and say in a very loud tone that almost all of you can hear. Leon, Griswold, and Jericho, you hear it, but it's a little soft from your distance because we're currently, almost 40 feet away? Just so you know, she's immune to cold. And then she has her wand, and as she points it, you see that it just shines with this complete blue energy. And she's holding her action. Neff.
Okay.
I don't know if at the start of your turn, I think it's only at the start of her turn, because I think that'll be kind of OP if you take damage every single, I don't think you're taking any damage, but let me read the spell to be completely sure. But what are you doing?
I'm going to... I hear what the madam said. I'm going to look at her and say, don't worry, she's about to feel the fire. And I'm going to run
All right.
at her, and I'm going to hit her twice.
Okay.
And I'm also going to say to the Vela, I'm going to say, you shouldn't have fucked with my friends, bitch.
Oh,
Oh
Somebody-
my
I'm
god.
I'm the only one that got screwed here.
I
got
lit-
20?
No, I rolled
Crit.
2 17s.
Are you going reckless or just 2 attacks?
I was going reckless. I'm sorry. I forgot
Oh
to
no
say it.
yeah, that's fine. All right. Well, she's gonna be knocked prone.
Wait, is this Neff's turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Heat
Yes.
metal imposes disadvantage on the person holding the object on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of the caster's next.
Does not. Okay, cool. I'm not reading from the book, so my little cheat sheet does not mention that. Thank you.
Okay, I've got the official rule
Okay.
thing
Does-
pulled.
I assume the metal transfers over, or is it only on the sequential bonus action that the caster does? Because any creature physically contact the object takes the damage until the spell ends. You can use your bonus action on each of your sequential turns to cause damage again. Okay. So I think she needs to say I'm causing the damage again. Okay. So
Yeah.
So it does. So it's not 3.5 heat metal where it just does it. So it does not do the additional 3d8 fire damage. So you wouldn't have known that until the metal completely cools, but you still see a slight little glow around it, but it's not burning you, as though you see that she still has the effect on it. So, you are using reckless, so she is prone. Here, this person has my back is in pain. I am prone, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so the first one hits. Are you gonna strike again?
Yes.
Roll me to hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna pre-roll concentration.
Nat 20.
Confirm that bitch. Confirm it.
Nope. That was a 12.
Alright, so roll me damage for the first attack. I think she might lose concentration, but we'll see.
Okay, the first attack is...
Oh wait, maybe not. She has +9. She has quite a bit of concentration. Damn.
14 is the first.
Okay, okay, she passes the first one, but she takes 14 points of damage. Alrighty. Okay.
So, okay. I do 46.
Yeah, the dice doubles. The damage still stays the same, like the modifier. Okay, so and then what's the total damage on the second attack?
21.
21 total. Alrighty then. And
she's prone.
I would with kind of important characters, I like the with a crit kill. I like the how do you want to do this situation. But if you tell me, hey, my voice is kind of hurting at the moment, I completely understand that.
That's okay. I'll do it.
All right, how do you want to do this?
I want to kill this bitch so bad.
All
so I am infusing my maul with my anger and of course the fire or whatever, and I'm just literally taking my maul and going on top of her head and crushing her down. So she's a little midget person.
Grim Dark confirmed.
Yes.
Okay, as we run up and jump, as the fire, the heat is kind of fueling your anger, as the spell doesn't quite dissipate just yet, causing a little bit of that transition of fire damage to go into her. It smashes on her head as she falls down, and the impact of the first hit sent her flying down, but your maul was still going downward. So as she's trying to get up, she just impacts against the blunt end of the maul, reconnects again with the floor as the ball goes through the ground and her head does not come up. As the spell ends on the heat metal, the Wood Nymph lying dead.
Am I still charmed?
The charm effect is still there.
The caster died!
Yep. You see a cat kind of coming along this way and kind of nudging at the nymph. And you, again, Griswold understands what's happening, but it's a very heavy blow. So, following Bones, Jericho, Griswold, is there anything you guys want to do within the initiative / like battle mentality? If not, we're going to drop music and go into roleplay. That's why I'm asking.
No, I'm.
Alright, Bones?
No. I'll drop to roll.
Okay.
I'm good to just get off my broom, which I guess could be.
Alrighty. As the winter winds start popping through, as I quickly look at time, and because I don't have my DM screen, I completely forgot when we go on break. As the Vela, there we go. As the Vela over here screams and it kind of covers her mouth as Neff gives out the final blow. Neff, you're still technically raging at the minute. You see the madam's wand dissipate with that the blue energy that was in it. As you look throughout, as the wind still blows in and piles of snow are still piling up all around the this wizard's tower, there is a cat who's completely like nudging it, the Wood Nymph, and then after a bit where she doesn't move, you see that she kind of steps on her and kind of just like curls down, and you see that there's Neff, as you're looking at the cat, understanding the connection with animals, since your handle animal check is high. As your rage kind of dissipates, you instantly get the that sadness that animals have. You can just easily tell that this cat is mourning in its own way. Griswold, as you're looking around, like the same kind of like you need to check yourself with your own emotions, you see that the Vela behind you is not. And she's in full out tears.
Griswold's full blown losing it. Like, I'm charmed, and someone who I can sort of relate to, like, regarding protecting the forest and everything, just died by one of my students' own hands. Like, he is losing it.
As this is happening, Sonya, you notice 1, 2, 3, 4 friends that you used to know are dead on the ground. The madame is not bloodied, but close to it. Looks at you as she smiles. I knew it was the right move to message you before all this happened. Now what?
If only we got here sooner.
It's a long distance. I'm surprised you got here at all. And she...
I'm just gonna take care of them.
As
So I'm gonna go to the Bellas and kind of I don't know. I'm gonna try to get them in an area and just kind of, I guess, figure out what to. I want to bury them or cremate them or something.
Are you saying this out loud, or as you're currently trying to like grab them?
Yeah. I'll tell the madame that I want to do that.
As when the madame kind of walks over and you see that her wand is sheathed, and almost as she sheaths it, the belt that she has to hold her wand disappears to keep a more presentable look. As she kind of, not that Sonya sees it, but you instantly smell it. As everyone else that sees that the madame moves her hand in a like around her in a semicircle, and everything smells now vanilla. You notice the kind of pungent smell that was in before, especially with all the blood that has filled the the wood and started soaking in. And she looks at.
I hate to interject, but given Griswold's basically fractured mental state and the fact that Speak with Plants is still active, I need you to move characters as you would normally move them, because I already plant growth every plant in this room, and if anything I remotely perceive as hostile moves within 5 feet of them, I'm going to command it to restrain them.
Alright, so note that if you move anywhere between these guys.
I'm speaking mostly about this particular space for this particular character.
The Vela will move over here, but it doesn't look like she's threatening anything at the moment. It looks like she would have cast her spell at that point. Do you see that as threatening?
Is she manipulating a wand?
No, her wand is sheathed. She just moved her hand, but she did cast a spell.
Is Griswold aware of wandless magic existing?
Yeah, for sure.
Then, yeah.
Okay.
I'd shout across the room, I need you to stop moving for a minute.
What is the resistance of the...
So, it's not going to formally restrain them, but the area within 5 feet of that plant is going to become difficult terrain, as if it's kind of like grasping at them, I guess.
As the vines move and grab onto her, she looks at you. I need you to calm down.
And so by this point, I guess I'm thinking like Griswold is still charmed.
You're definitely seeing that this cat for sure, this Vela for sure, and Griswold are still perceived as charmed. Their emotions, like with everyone's mental capacity, their emotions are very in tune with her passing. We're grieving, and along with other things that have happened as well. But the initial impact, yeah.
And I mean, from a character perspective, Griswold just killed 4 people that he had no idea were people until they died. Like, there's a lot on his plate.
Well, I'm gonna attack Griswold with my whip.
Is he inside of 10 feet of me?
He's 15 feet actually.
If I see plants attacking the dam.
It just grabbed her. That's about it.
It's not causing damage. It's just grasping out as if to attempt to restrain.
Like she can not eat. Like this part of her hand right here for her forearm looks like it has brush around it. Her rest of her body's completely fine.
I have a meta question.
Yeah.
Did the Vila closest to me that looks to be inside of 10 feet of me die within the last round of combat?
No.
No.
I would say probably
at least
2 rounds, maybe.
It was like 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, I have to use it same round. You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
If there are vines going around the dam, I'm still angry. I'm upset. I'm emotional. I'm attacking Griswold with magic missile level. Same level.
Level 1?
Level 1.
Okay.
Many people have died. You're attacking this person.
Okay, so as you see, all right, that's happening. Okay, after this, we're gonna roll initiative.
I'm attacking him already.
Yeah, roll me your attack.
Okay, here's the thing too, though, because I Jeremiah knows that Griswold does this 10 feet of spore thing. I don't remember
the
what
thing
it's
is,
called.
the spores are invisible.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Leon doesn't really know that.
Yeah, Leon doesn't know anything about that.
So here's the thing, because I was sort of like, oh shit, this is meta. Maybe I should just use my bow. But the thing is, Leon doesn't know Griswold does his spore thing because it's invisible. So I'm gonna attack my whip because I feel like the whip is less damage. So
I will note one thing for Leon. The only visible difference between me not having symbiotic up and me currently having symbiotic up is you can see the tattoo on my left hand has entirely encompassed it. like my left hand's green. That like I don't know if Leon would have noticed it, but yeah.
Leon, roll me to hit. How much damage?
No, because the thing
did
is, I have to get close because whip is 10 feet reach.
Okay. Are you
Oh,
moving?
so he
That's why
does. He does have to.
Yeah, I have to move closer
Okay.
because of the whip,
So
and that is a 21.
Griswold's going to see any movement towards him as a threat.
okay. Reaction as you would react.
React Halo of Spores, Leon. Con save on fail 2d6.
That is a 19
Pass.
plus 1.
That's a
30.
pass, dog.
Okay. So with
That's a 5.
so 5
For
points
the
of
whip.
damage as the whip currently grabs onto your arm. As that happens,
Wait. Was the 19 for the whip to hit, or was that the
No.
con save
it's
on
a
the
con, I
reaction?
believe.
For the con save is dirty 20. To hit
Okay.
was a 19.
Okay, yeah, it hits. Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't hear the
No,
second
yeah,
one.
you're good. You're good. That's I would also want
Like-
to clarify if I needed.
Yeah. The attack was 19 total, and then the con save was 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
So as the whip, as you all hear it, and it's a heavy sting, Griswold. As that happens, the spores go out, but for some reason, you don't see it quite impact Leon as heavily as it should. But you know Leon's a very hard individual to fight. He's part of the ministry and in a very specific heavy department for a reason. As you see clearly, Sonya moving her wand as missiles fly out. What's the damage?
11.
As the missiles fly out, you see the Madame cast counterspell and grab all the missiles in her hand.
Kill.
Is that a hit or not?
That is not a hit. She countered the spell.
No,
But I can't tell you that until after the damage.
No, I'm saying this for damage
Yeah,
purposes.
no, you
'cause
do
I'm
not receive. You
calculating-
do not receive damage. As she catches all 3 of those missiles, and you see her hand go doo, 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 as she catches the missiles, and you see the Madame looking at everybody. I suggest we calm down.
Yeah, but I was trying to get the charm effect. So does he have to roll?
Oh,
Like
that's
Griswold?
true. I'm
That's-
taking
yep,
damage.
Yep. Roll me 1 with advantage. A charisma saving throw with advantage.
Charisma with advantage. Acknowledge.
And when the madame says that, well, like, I'm just trying to get his charm effect out, and I'm gonna look around the room. Was like, huh,
She's gonna say,
This is a
there's
mess.
other ways to do that don't resolve us hitting our friends. What do you
High roll is a 14.
He's still affected.
oh god. Well, I don't know that. I'm gonna let the whip go, and it was like, this is a mess. I'm gonna move towards the door.
Okay,
And-
before you're doing
okay.
that, because
Yeah.
a lot of people are doing things, and just the loudest voice is majority sometimes. Bones, Neff, what are you guys doing? Jericho, what are you guys doing before we go to... I know, Jess, you your hand up, so if you want to go first.
I am dropping my rage. I am going to move actually just right here. I'm going to drop to my knees and start crying.
Okay. Bones?
I had mentioned before I wanted to get down off my broom and put that away. So I'm no longer flying. And then I want to use prestidigitation to just put some fireworks up in the air and be like, everybody stop.
Okay. As fireworks get casted at the same time as the Madame is trying to calm everybody down. Jericho, is there anything that you're doing?
Jericho.
I'll be honest. I
Jericho's
I am fully expecting the insta gib from behind from Jericho.
Jericho's gonna look around and be like, "Well, this has been one hell of a day," and he's gonna go to this corner and sit down.
As now, Leon, were you moving to the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna go move to the iron door.
Okay.
To the door, like that I just made. I'm gonna look at the wood nymph for like maybe 5 seconds or something, and just to get a good look on her dead body.
She does have dead
Wow.
body. She's
And
dead
then I'm gonna-
too.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna tip my
basically
hat.
eviscerated from the neck up. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna tip my hat a little bit, and then this guy's self to look like her.
All right, as you guys all see, as he points down his hat.
Yeah,
and
my hat is all the way over there. I can't reach it.
as Leon looks like the wood nymph now.
Like, and then don't worry, I'm not the actually the wood nymph. I'm just trying to see something, and then I'm gonna go open the door and peek out
As
just to see
the
if
roll
anybody's
perception.
out there, whatever.
Rolling perception.
That is what's my perception? Ooh, okay. 6. So that's a dirty 20. Wait, yeah, dirty 20.
As you look out, you notice nothing. And by what I mean nothing is you don't see animals, you don't see tracks other than what you guys put in the snow. You don't see any birds, you don't hear anything, you just see the snow and blowing wind. The trees all look pretty dead from around here. You see the collapse to the left and kind of going up a little bit north and curving as how the tower fell. You see the snow that's already compiled on top of all those bricks and stone that is falling. You see the furniture for the other sections above that have also collapsed and broken. You see glass and wood that has been collected and specifically put into sections kind of within what the circles above were to not cause any harm, you suppose, to anyone walking in or playing out. You, for a good radius, you don't see any sign of anything approaching or that has approached.
Okay. And then after that, I'm just gonna close the door. Look down. It was like, she needs to have more clothes, and then I'll take this guy's self out
Okay.
off of me so I can look exactly like me again.
Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Griswold has exactly one action. Drop staff and shield, fall to his knees, and just slowly mutter over and over again, "They're dead because of me." I want the plants that can hear me, because Speak with Plants is still active, to just not like wilt and die, but like just droop, just straight to the floor.
So you guys see a large amount of these plants just start wilting, looking like they're also feeling the emotions that Griswold is feeling.
Can I do one more thing?
Let's give everybody else a little.
Yeah.
Does anyone
Let's
else wanna
make
do
a
it?
rotation.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Sonya move up the Madamas, and as soon as Griswold said that, I'm like, yeah, they did. And then I'm just gonna be very angry and just kind of go around the area to the closest Bella and just soothe her, and at the same time trying to hold back like any tears.
Trying to hold back any tears? That's what you said? Or not trying to hold back?
Trying to.
Trying to, okay.
Anybody else before the?
Yeah, I'm mostly angry, but yeah.
Neff is going to look up, still crying, and she's gonna see her friends. in various states of needing healing. So she's going to walk over first because she feels a humongous amount of guilt. She's going to go to Jericho and she's going to hand him a potion of healing.
Oh, I was gonna do the same thing, tell you.
Jericho is just gonna look at her and refuse and say, "Go help the others first."
God damn it, let me help you! I feel like that was the death coming out.
At that point, Neff is going to, I guess, I'm trying to see who all needs it. I guess she's gonna go over to Bella.
Meta purposes, I am still at full base HP.
When you put out the potion, you do see the Madame. We can take care of all our wounds in a nice, warm environment, if that is okay with everybody. And we can let our wounds heal there, as we have much to discuss. Because I don't think she was lying to us.
I'm gonna look at the Madame and say, like, where is there?
My home. Which I can
Is
give
it
you
far? Is it far from here?
Will we
I
be
don't
safe
know
there?
where we are. We should. She's not lying because this isn't the first kidnapping that's happened. We've gotten others who were in love with a mysterious person I cannot recall. I wish there was a way for us to get more information, but her head is completely dismantled. This isn't the place to speak. If Grindelwald is influencing the woods and keeping us specifically in check because we refuse to aid in his bickering with the Muggles, I know other places that might also need help. But as, and she looks towards Sonya, as Sonya would say, we need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna look at the Madame again. And it's like, can you give me just 1 minute? And then I'm gonna kneel down, stab my wand on the floor, and that's my spell component, quote unquote, to do my primal awareness. Are we? Question: are we in the mountains or are we in the forest?
Technically, this would be considered forest.
Oh, still a forest. Then
Still
just
forest.
1 mile. Then.
Yeah. What elementals, fae, fiend, dragons?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. Present within 1 mile of you.
You don't sense any.
I don't see a ping.
The only ping that you got was fae, and that's completely gone now.
Yeah, kind of figured it's that.
Which that kind of answers one of those questions. That the only, and fae for the purposes of the Harry Potter universes are
like fairies or stuff.
Mythical creatures by definition, by the Ministry of Magic, of intelligent ways, but not wizards in of themselves.
Okay.
They have magic and supernatural abilities, but they're not wizards.
House elves.
House elves would be probably considered in the Fey realm, or centaurs to some degree. There's just Fey would be very forest oriented. Like these would be categories that you have trained to like search and help out with different auras and throughout your research. Fey would be very considered towards forest territories with charismatic abilities, and neither good nor evil, just very protective of their own. every tale and every myth of creatures in the forest that are protected by beautiful fairies and etc. Hence the Wood Nymph here would be a fae.
Okay.
So, but
Then-
you don't detect anything. And you can roll me history based on the words that I just said.
History. Oh, that rolled 19.
Generally, throughout your investigation with the ministry, it is not wrong to say that there is a protector of a forest. The Forbidden Forest is immensely dangerous because so many entities live there that there is no guardian. This forest could say that has a guardian, could say that their guardian passed, they could say that the Madame is their guardian. You don't know, you've never been to this forest. But usually to keep with the natural world, there is something protecting the energy of the forest. Hence a lot how Griswold gets his abilities and his interaction are very close attuned to how some Fae got their interactions. AKA Druids, herbology, all that science. So that information is something that you're kind of gathering. Is that a bumper?
Yeah.
Or was that the cat?
Okay.
Is that the cat?
As
Morning.
the Madame kind of looks at you guys and kind of eyeing Neff and then the other two adults in the party, if you don't mind assisting. And she kind of goes over towards one of. By the way, the Madame looks like she's in her like late 80s, but she doesn't move as though someone of that age. Her skin, like you see like the indentations of like the aging in her face, but not in her movement nor hair or anything like that. It's like get an 80-year-old person, quote unquote 80-year-old person's face, put it on a 18-year-old's body, and that's pretty much what she looks like. I can do my absolute best to keep some of us hidden, but not everyone. And we can move on from there and be as quiet as we can.
I'm the best hider here.
Good, they
I'm
need
gonna-
assistance.
I'm gonna tell the Madame that I casted a spell to detect some other fiendish or fae or fairies or anything like that within a mile of where we are, and I didn't see any ping.
Well, that's
I don't know if
good.
that's a good sign or not, but
She kind of
I
laughs.
guess it is.
Grindelwald's only a wizard, and as far as I know, there's no way to track just a wizard.
Then I was like, then if maybe it is a good time to leave now before it gets later. And I will move. I guess it's the help that you're trying to get your your past friends to your location or
Yes,
to your
that
village
would
or
be- that is exactly what I need assistance with. As,
then yeah, okay.
as everybody taking as much time as they need, but eventually, unless you're refusing to, picking up and moving on to going through the forest. She will cast greater invisibility on who she deems to be the slowest, heaviest person, probably Neff, and the person she can. And she can only do that for a little bit. So she's going to do that, and that's the best hiding spell she has. Yep, that's pretty much it.
Can Neff use her cloak? Can we remind Neff maybe she can use her cloak?
Sure. That's only her suggestion. If anyone has a cloak, that helps, then yeah.
I'm going to use the Hat of Disguise,
Okay.
and I'm trying to think of what I'd be disguised as.
Can Hat of Disguise change your race?
You have to be a humanoid, so yes.
Oh, so you can't like be like, cool, I'm gonna be a goblin and ride on somebody's shoulder.
No, I think it has to be a medium-sized humanoid. So you can't
Gotcha.
do a goblin, but you can do a Vela, or you can do another human of any origin. You can disguise yourself to look like a goblin, but it'll be a pretty tall goblin.
Very tall guy. Isn't it like only 1 foot higher or taller or shorter than
about
your
that? Yeah,
height?
there's basic limitations. So, how do we want to perceive? And I will need people to. You have 2 options: move full speed, so you'll have a disadvantage on stealth, or move half speed and have a straight roll. If you have an ability that gives you advantage, that gives you stealth at normal speed, and we choose to go half speed, I will give you the advantage.
Okay.
So what is the
I
group
believe...
decision?
Can Bones cast greater invisibility?
Yeah, you can. So Bones, you're gonna cast it on yourself, or because you or a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends.
But it's only one, right?
Yeah,
it's not
only, yeah.
2.
It's also only for a minute or so. So that's why she has limited time where she can do that. She can pretty much do it about 4 times, and then that's after her counter spell. That's her limit. So she can make somebody invisible for 4 minutes. That's the madame's, and she will say that out loud. That's her extent of her power. But she should probably just be leading, so you guys can assist. So, what is the unanimous decision within the group? Do you want to do the half speed or full speed on stealth?
And you said this is forest, right? So
It is force, yes, sir.
I can't do the advantage because I need a mountain.
I think there might only be 2 people that can move stealthily without going half speed, which Jericho, Sonya, and Neff. So all 3 of you. Okay. So again, do we want to roll with advantage? Half speed or full speed? It's the group decision.
I think I vote for full speed. Can I do alter self instead of greater invisibility since that's an hour?
Sure. You can.
And I don't know, change appearance, just basic, whatever.
Sure. That totally do. And again, it's anything that you guys want to say to slightly aid this, please do so. So like that's aiding for sure. Yes, Neff.
Jeremiah still looks like the nymph.
No, he dropped it.
No. I dropped it immediately.
Okay. I guess I'm going to look like her.
Okay.
Even though I think that's a little.
With your
I have
a feeling that's gonna make people upset.
I have an idea before Neff does that, but I want to note it's given Griswold's current mental state, this is like borderline alignment changing dark. I can help move one of the corpses.
Yeah, I'm grabbing one of them.
Oh no, not
this one.
like that.
Also, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And I will, yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
that's gonna
I will
help
tell.
out. Okay.
Yeah. And I will tell everybody who's like close to me.
Okay,
So that we can have.
Okay, that's
I'll do
Leon.
that.
What he's going to do. Griswold, what are you doing?
I want to note this is
If
dark.
I see you desecrating a body, I will tell you not to.
It's none of the view.
Because I know that. Oh, okay. I don't give a shit.
Move here.
Okay,
Cast animate dead.
that's a thing. All right, and
We need help moving the corpses, and who knows, maybe.
Okay.
Does she get a head back?
Wait,
He is also still charmed by this literal walking corpse.
No.
You're
she
animating
does not
the-
get her head back.
Uh,
The body comes and moves. Her head does not reattach itself. So you still see the head just completely cut off or blended off.
What stat block does it use? Is it zombie or skeleton?
This will be considered a zombie.
Gotcha.
Your spell is imbued to the target and full mimicry of life.
Wait.
Raised as it was an undead creature. So we're choosing zombie for this one.
Acknowledged.
Each of your turns, you can use a bonus action to make a mental command any creature. I'm reading this out loud just mainly for myself. Okay, so just within 60 feet, you decided what action the creature takes. Concentration is up. It takes a minute to cast. Concentration, 24 hours full control.
Yep.
You see that
with-
the madame looks at. Put a towel or something over her head. That is disturbing, to say the least.
I rummage through my pack and I get like my winter coat and stuff. And
Okay. As you do
with-
so,
when-
there's also just for Flair. Before we get to Jeremiah, I apologize. You see that there's a slight little that only Griswold can see, but as the body moves, you see that a little like spores in almost like mushroom shapes, depending on how much energy that body part needs to move. That's how much that mushroom grows on that particular body part to make the effect move as it completely dissipates with your animate dead.
Gotcha.
So like as this is happening, Griswold is pouring slight little drops of blood from his kit, using his wand and smothering incantations, throwing powder that you guys really don't know what it is, but it's a bone powder that he's kind of just like flicking around to do this 1 minute quote unquote ritualistic performance to be able to animate the corpse. I believe everybody has the Vela, because she's also going to assist in grabbing one of her companions. So we have the animate person, cast without a trace. Bones, when you feel that it's ready, you can cast Greater Invisibility. Neff, you have disguised yourself as the Wood Nymph. Sonya and Jericho, is there anything specific that you wanted to do to assist on these rolls?
Jesus, did you want me to do alter appearance?
Oh, sorry.
Or alter...
Yeah, alter appearance. I apologize. I forgot that you switched it to that. Anything that you guys want to do to assist with this?
No, I'm just gonna have advantage because of the.
Yes. Yeah. If we
I'll
go half speed, you will definitely have advantage.
Okay. All I know, this is like just kind of roleplay wise, like not really moving forward the story. But
Yeah.
as soon as Griswold does his thing, that triggers Leon a lot, like a lot.
I don't think Leon's seen me cast this yet.
Yeah, immediately I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna mage hand like 2 arrows, basically ready to attack this, because, and then I'm pointing my wand immediately. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm helping carry a body.
Why
This is how I do it.
can you do that? How are you raising the dead?
I mean,
So
it's just
here's the thing. I
Uh-huh.
would like both Leon and Griswold to roll me an intelligence. Yes, Neff.
Neff is going to say, "Can somebody get the cat?"
Wait, oh,
you said
I
int.
can get the cat now.
Okay,
17. Just straight into
just straight
right
intelligence.
intelligence. Is it okay? Yeah. 17. 16 plus 1.
15. I got a 14 base.
No, that's. Continue.
I'm helping carry a body. This is how I do it. You like can he see the slight like spore manifestations around the?
No, he did see that
yeah.
it took you a while to cast this spell. Like it was a very intentional. You will note, Leon and Griswold, this is considered necromancy. Therefore, this is considered illegal under the Ministry of Magic. Does not mean that other wizards have not casted these spells. Does not mean that Hogwarts itself does not have undead. Ron has a ghoul in his attic.
Ghouls are sort of like naturally manifested, though. Like, as
But they're
but
dead.
I'm arguing semantics.
Yeah. So
I'm
the reason why I asked you to roll is because the Dungeon Master has a very specific thing how he rolls with things that in the Harry Potter universe don't 100% match with the D&D mechanics, like undead and casting spells to raise things.
I actually no. Leon has seen me cast this once, but it was on a Vila skeleton.
Yeah, but it was just a skeleton. But this is like an actual body.
Yeah, this is something that literally minutes ago was dead.
So
yeah,
Leon. For no, because your backstory, and I understand.
Yeah,
why.
this is
So-
dipping into backstory.
so
That's why
I'm not going to say anything.
That's why I'm a little enraged, or Leon is anyway.
I'm going to look directly at Leon and say the following: humans are the next great plague. This is just a tool. Plants will ultimately retake the earth, and this has absolutely no bearing on what its life was a few minutes ago. Think of it as a very freshly dead walking Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I'm still pointing my wand. Was like, so you're using the undead.
I'm using a undead. Like this one in particular. She said move the bodies. This is a body. This is how I move them. Occasionally. You've seen me animate a freaking skeleton. That was once alive.
That was a skeleton.
Right, and it once was alive.
The undead and raising a dead body is something else. This is the reason why I was in Egypt, trying to investigate a little bit more personally for my father's death.
I first learned of this spell's existence during my time at Hogwarts, and only really used it when I'd get lost in the woods. And
did you ever say what your age was? Like,
He looks, I think, a little bit younger than you. I think.
No, I'm 33. I'm
no, he's
like,
older than me.
Yeah, but the mask and like wearing like full body garb can somewhat conceal that.
Then I will say it out loud. Then I was like, when did you graduate Hogwarts?
Fuck, that requires me to reference something I don't immediately have on hand.
Like, let's just say a number.
Yeah, insert year here.
Rewind 33 back 22 years from current year's 1944, back 22 years. I graduated Hogwarts in... Wait, 22 plus 7.
29?
Yeah, I graduated Hogwarts in 1929.
Then, timeline-wise, you're safe. With the time, can I roll? Or do I need to roll history?
Like,
or
investigation of that one? I'll look directly at him and be like, I'm still human. I just get a little help from my invisible friends, and like gesture in the 10 feet radius around me. Because that is technically how I'm like manifesting these kinds of things. Because like what's up?
No, like basically, like, because I kind of just wanted to know, like, basically the timeline, because if it doesn't coincide with the day that my father died, with Griswold saying whatever, like it could be like, then I guess it's not you or something kind of like that. What is that?
Oh, you're factoring me out of potential suspects
Yes,
or something
yes.
like that. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Nah, dude. I think I was on the other side of Europe when that was happening.
Well, looking back, I guess. How do you feel about the sand?
How do I feel about what?
Sand.
Sand? Desert?
Yes.
No, please avoid at all costs.
Can I insight? Are you telling the truth?
You traveled with me through the damn desert. How many times was I shouting for green things to I would have taken a freaking mirage of just a single tree over having to deal with the endless.
I don't need insight roll on that one, because Griswold is not telling. Is telling the truth, right? Or
Yeah.
anything?
I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, so
You can roll insight, but it's going to tell you exactly what I just said. It is 100% fact.
insight and persuasion are very tricky things to try to manipulate, and it's usually that's when the referee DM needs to be called out. I mean, you are a Ravenclaw, you are intuitive, and you are intelligent. Unless this is the longest con in the world, he hates sand.
Then, with that, I'll just put my arrows back to my bag. I'll say, just a lot of emotions happening. And then now this happened.
Who are you?
Just go.
Who? So Neff is asking who specifically?
What do you mean?
Jericho.
Sure.
Later when we get to the place.
Okay. Before you guys moved apart, Jericho, you did get that. He asked you kindly for you to quote unquote hit her. So, as he says no. Do we? We'll say that this happened a couple seconds ago. Bones has the cat with no objections that are made to physically stop. The corpse of the Wood Nymph is going to carry the fallen Vela. Sonya and the Madame are going to assist in carrying one of the Velas that perished. Nev has one, and Jericho has one as well.
Me.
Leon. Apologize.
No, my swarm.
Your swarm is going to carry.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
As I see the fairies lift his own corpse, I'm gonna say, "See, just like that. You've got your fairies. I've got these." And I'm gesturing to what appears to be thin air to him, but Griswold knows they're there.
It does because I believe. Does Bones have detect magic? Who has detect magic?
No.
Would detect poison and disease detect a necrotic force?
No.
That's kind of borderline. So I thought I'd ask because I have that, but that's also not. It has to
specifically cause poison damage to.
Okay, that's fair.
So no, unfortunately. Okay, so then never mind. I thought since I already said Bones, let's just go with it. Bones, you have read on the spell Detect Magic. As our studious Gryffindor over here. A simple Detect Magic can just let you see what Griswold is saying. So if anyone has access to that ability, you can definitively be like, yeah, I see what he's talking about. Versus Leon's being completely out in the open because he has quote-unquote actual fairies. But...
Okay.
Just as a mental thought. But with all that, what is the player's decision? I know we already have Lee that voted to moving full speed.
Normal.
So we have one for full speed. I almost dropped my water. One for full speed. Do we have any more for full speed?
Full speed, but with the caveat, I want to be trailing at the back of the party.
Anybody else for full speed?
Full speed.
Full speed.
Oh well,
Everybody
everybody's
full
being
speed.
full speed.
Okay,
It's like
so-
I'm like personally, I don't because we need to be stealthy.
So, full speed. Cast without a trace is
But
going to go for
majority
We have
So,
cast without a
anyway.
so
trace.
it's going to be 10 plus on that.
Oh.
So that means
Plus 10.
if we are
Plus
going
10 on
full
stealth.
speed, that means
Disadvantage.
if
on roll?
everybody has disadvantage except for Neff, Sonya, and Jericho. They have a straight roll. So roll me a stealth check. And
Also,
do I have to
before-
roll for the zombie?
actually, look, it's magnetic because it's metal. Yes, the
Gotcha.
Zombo needs, and we're using
when-
Zombo stats.
Plus, remember your plus 10.
Everybody gets plus 10. The Madame also needs to roll.
Little question to not question, but to say basically like when we're moving out, like I need to be in the middle so that we grab everybody in
That makes sense.
in my spell.
Okay, so I have a total
That's the tail.
DC to not be heard or spotted by anyone as a
No.
universal. So we have the number. I'm going to just subtract as you guys tell me. All right, so the Madame got a 18 total. All right, we're going to go. Let's go backwards from my point of view. Jericho, what did you get?
A 38.
All right, that already halves it. Of course, plus
course.
10 to Jericho. Why do I need? Okay, cool. What? Okay, what did Sonya
Goddamn
get?
rogues.
28.
Cool. Neff, what did you get?
I got a nat 20, so 32.
You're welcome.
Did we already pass it?
You
and just
already
the rest of the
passed
number-
it. Yeah.
Okay, the rest of the numbers are just frivolous at this point.
Yeah.
But
But already is passed by a good 20. So
Yeah, because mine is 29.
with that,
Mine was 27.
it's just when you
You're-
roll really high
you're-
numbers, it
you're
is
welcome.
fun to hear the high numbers. I will say that. So I'll definitely will give you the option to say it. We're going to
Zombo got an 18 and I got a 24.
Okay. You guys are blowing the DC out of the water. So because you're going fast, you guys will get there by an hour, maybe peaking over to about an hour and 20.
Oh, perfect.
So like by the time your spell ends, a couple of tricks here and there, and like waiting to continue going forward. The first notice that you are safe would be when you see Sonya, the Vela that is trailing with you, and the Madame smile as soon as they see this shack that is completely broken down, followed by a whole bunch of dead trees all around. And when you see their smile, you see them now looking at, finally home. And then she looks at Sonya, and we're going to take a break on that. And
Can I roll a quick insight to see if I know it's an illusion or not, judging from their reactions to it?
you can judge that on yours. So.
Okay.
And we're going to take a break and be back in a little bit. So we'll see you guys in a bit with a much needed potty break for myself, at least.
Yay.
the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players. Who's Grayson? You know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Tori Val?
So we have new players.
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, what happened to Tuesday?
That'll team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
And it's online now?
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. And as we're back with our successful rolls, again, moving before we kind of explain everything that's happening. Trigger warnings, and I apologize.
Trigger warnings.
Yes, if you
Trigger warning?
This is a trigger warning. If you remember, if not, then.
Oh, did you say that like last
so,
week?
Yeah, this is a little bit of.
Oh.
Are there spooky spoders?
There are no spooky spooters, but
okay.
there is the thing that I don't like that happens.
Oh, rugs! Yeah, rugs. Totally forgot about it.
Rugs! Rugs! No,
rugs.
There's another
I'm okay
thing.
with these rugs. These rugs like me.
Wait,
I've earned their trust.
This manor looks awfully similar to Nexus's first floor.
I'm gonna reconnect real fast. Yeah, that's I didn't do what I wanted to do. All right, good, whatever. I hate when the title of the song is there. It is gonna forever be there now for the entire rest of the game. It is so annoying. So yeah, that is Nexus's the
first floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we get everyone together, not noticing that you guys have Velas on you and the animated thing. By the way, as I'm explaining, and as you guys get past the initial illusion that's covering the really round shack and the everything destroyed and negative and all the trees that are wilted. As soon as you go past a specific barrier and you see the Madame whisper something in Vela, as it kind of like unillusions everything and gives you guys the sight that you need. The manner in of itself, before you guys go in, the outside, as people are currently, even the snow doesn't collect the way that it should. It is snowing. You do see that level of snow throughout, but currently there's a lot of Velas out with these ceremonial blue uniforms that you are used to seeing, but variations here and there. Almost every single one with their silky, almost white hair set back. They like to uniform themselves in a lot of different aspects. There is a Great Pyrenees dog over here. That is a cat, but right now it's a thick dog. As you guys also have a cat on your I said cat Cinnabon, but it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come here, baby. All right.
Triggered.
My pupper is triggered by the word cat.
Yeah.
So as if he keeps growling, I'm gonna let him out. As the cobblestone kind of leads through around the manor, there are, as this used to be a cemetery, but right now we are repurposing it to be a makeshift shack to hold in these. Maybe it was me that I was unmuted. That hold in these. Crap. What's the word? Skin.
Dragons?
No, they have
Lizards?
wings. They're not lizards.
The Thestral.
Oh, the
Thank you.
Thestrals.
Thank you. It was
I
it's a
don't
T
see
word.
that.
Currently, Leon, they are flickering back and forth and staying a lot more solid. As
Oh yeah, that's true.
and you're the only one that has trouble seeing them, but they are there. As they're currently either moving throughout piles of snow and leaves, or just sitting there and avoiding the heat of the sun at the moment, hiding underneath the barrier that this little hood has, and the shade of the trees. As
I do
hear
have a
my
question.
echo, but I don't know where the echo's coming from.
Maybe you need to mute on Roll20 or something.
I'm muted on Roll20, but I know there is an
Okay.
echo that I'm hearing. So it's fine. It's fine. I need you to be quiet, my friend. I need you to be
Quick
quiet.
question.
Yes.
With my 25 years of life of Leon, not me, I'm 31. Would Leon know that they existed?
Thestrals? Yes.
Thestrals.
You know
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
But I don't know what they look like because
you've never seen them.
this is like the first time I'm seeing them.
Yes.
And I was just like, I'm just gonna nudge whoever's the closest to me. I guess Griswold, because he's the closest to the map anyway. Like, what the fuck are those?
Zombie horses.
It's, yeah, kind of zombie.
That is the closest invisible zombie horses.
But I need you to be quiet. You're so cute, but I need you to be
Why
quiet.
is there so much undead here?
Okay, they're not actual zombies,
Wait,
but
you said zombie.
okay, they're invisible, really weird looking, almost skeletal, leathery
Wait,
skin,
is
flying
this the-
horses.
Wait, is this Thestrals?
Basically, yeah.
Huh.
As,
I was never able to see them, but
We move our characters into
Freaky.
this cover, and you guys can sit whatever you want. You see that the madame will sit at her chair, but you guys can rearrange yourselves anywhere. As you guys walk
Be
in, the manor is extremely
corner.
luxurious. As you go in, and it smells just infinitely divine. You smell hints of roses and cinnamon, vanilla, just different fragrances fill the air. There's candelabras that, as you guys approach, it lights up as you guys are walking, and you notice that there's a specific distance before it turns off. So before another one turns on. So there is like almost a pattern with these candles and candelabras, and anything that holds candles essentially has a charm on it to light up as almost like a light sensor. As soon as you get to a certain distance, it turns on, and then when you leave that distance, it turns off. The inside is immensely warm, not uncomfortably hot, but just warm. It feels cozy. You see that the inside of the walls it's all brick, and a lot of them actually have vines that kind of grow through. And if you you would see that some of the vines slightly start moving, and almost like it's trying to obscure the wall itself. It's very faintly moving, but they are slowly moving. The brick walls have ornate flower arrangements just decorating the entire hall. The main hallways, you see that there's cobblestone inside versus the granite and the wood flooring of other different locations. This is about a 4-story tall manor. The furniture is incredibly old looking, but very sturdy. It looks almost medieval. Some of the decorations here, almost everything looks like it's made out of hand. Akin to you looking at something and being like, oh, that's an antique, but they're using it as just normal furniture. You will see people coming in and out. Like this is a very almost akin to Hogwarts, being extremely busy. But you know that this is not a school at all. It's just people. This is where they live. They have busy lives. They would see you, but as soon as they see the madame, they're kind of like, okay, pay no attention. Anytime anyone will see the madame, a huge hug, like, where have you been? And they start speaking in Vela, and only a few of you guys should understand the language. But it'd be akin to like, where have you been? We've been worried, and they're like, we have a meeting. I'll talk to you in a minute. You see, as you guys are walking in, you see one of the Velas as she has a bowl filled with oranges, and the other two have sacks on their shoulder that are kind of carrying out. Now you see a couple of oats just fall off the ground as they walk out, and they're making almost a straight beeline for the Thestrials. And as soon as you guys sit in, you see that the Vela kind of moves her hand, and the flames appear on the mantle over here. And it's a purplish pink flame, but produces almost no heat, as the inside is already quite warm. Within this, she sits down. I know tensions are a little high, especially since that thing's in here. As she would.
I can make it walk outside if you'd like.
Let's just keep it inside for nobody else to see a decapitated individual.
Fair.
I drop my disguise self.
Okay.
I drop my disguise.
I'm assuming that most of y'all's incantations or things that you guys have been done would have been dropped either when approaching to the manor or not, or within reasonable agreed to social customs.
Like the pass without trace should have dropped.
Yeah.
Would have dropped before we came.
As the madame says, I would greatly like to thank every single one of you for everything that you guys have done and assisted. It's so Grindelwald has been approaching these woods, and since we are the main individuals, I've had a couple of conversations, not good ones, but when we denounced that we would assist him in anything, it was apparently obvious that we were in a sort of home isolation. We weren't allowed to leave. We weren't allowed to move outside of the protective barriers that we've had. So after we needed food and assistance and moved out and did our own, many of us didn't return. And now I can see why. As she's currently petting one of the cats that's still there. And I would have to see how I can undo the hex that's on her.
First, I want to cure wounds myself, level 2, because I was like very bloodied.
Yeah.
Second.
Oh yeah.
Second, I'm just basically gonna ask the madame. It's like, so is that what happened here? Is that why you were all of you were kidnapped? How long ago was it?
I went to an excursion to try to see if we can get some of my former students, children, however you want to call it, whatever they prefer to choose. And I didn't come back, and I learned why. And in these seconds of panic, I reached out to someone outside of the manor to see if they were able to help, and Sonya did come and was able to do so.
I want to note every time she references the vila that passed due to Griswold's hand, be it directly or indirectly, however you want to view it, I am noticeably trying to shrink further away from this conversation.
I do want to see what your next actions are going to be. I sense no hesitation on anyone challenging the act of Grindelwald within our location. As she kind of looks around, noticing that there is a slight not respect, but a social yes, you speak. We're in your home. That is being passed around. What are you intending to do next? It looks like most of what the Muggles call as France is being invaded by their pettiness and their discursion, and Grindelwald is making no attempt to hide that he's using that to further promote his views.
Do you know, or at least have an idea, if Grindelwald knows this location?
Oh, very much. There is.
Is it wise for everybody to move location? He might strike again.
Where would we move to? How will we be safe?
Maybe somewhere close to Hogwarts, probably.
So transferring through all of us out of our forest several hours into going to a new location, accessing a system that we do not understand, like your trains, going all the way to that ride to Hogwarts, and then what?
Or maybe get somebody from the ministry to help protect this location. I don't know. Does the ministry know you're here?
Very. If the ministry cared.
Which ministry?
I'm always talking about the British ministry, to tell the truth.
Yeah, but they're
part of it.
Like there's a French ministry too, so she might not understand the nuance there.
I was pretty much on the assumption that that's not what I wanted. Let me look it up because I could also be wrong. The French School of Magic is also under the government of the British Ministry of Magic, if I understood correctly.
Oh, well, then I'm mistaken. Ignore me. But in game, Griswold is going to mutter as she talks about moving to a new place. I'm gonna be like, hey, the trees are pretty friendly around Hogwarts. Just saying.
She's looking by because my eyes were gazed on what all they're protected in here. I have been meditating and thinking about this. Grindelwald does not want opposition. He sees us leaving or trying to get out of our forest as a means to defy him. If we don't rattle our chains, he won't come looking. We are free of our capture, as she kind of looks over towards the corpse at the moment of the of the Wood Nymph in there, but not our sister homes.
Your sister homes, are they in danger?
Well, I would assume so.
Or been attacked?
We have lost communication with them. We were the biggest, but there are other locations. There are other great beasts and witches that live within these forests. France is not a location that was picked inconsequentially. It was specifically targeted. as one of the strong points that Grindelwald is desperately trying to get under his control. Yes.
No, I'm gonna look at Sonya and the madame, like kind of going like this. They're right next to each other in a way. I was like, do you think the sister location need help? As we speak, maybe we should head there.
Since
and
there's
see if they
no
need
way
help.
of me communicating, and my legs aren't as fast as yours, hence my initial question, what are you going to do next?
I'm, in a way, I am kind of suggesting maybe we should rest up, heal up, and maybe head to your sister location. Just point us to the direction, and maybe they need help as well. Kind of like what happened with some of your people.
I pretty much understand what happened to the fellow sisters here, but the other locations, I could only give you guidance and suggestion as what roamed those forests before. And
Does Sonya know the way?
I don't know. She kind of looks towards Sonya.
I've just heard of what directions you told me beforehand. I never would leave them. I'd never left them.
They would. So you would know that they would be closer to Paris, versus further south where you guys are at.
Is this like the central location or something like that?
No, this is where the school is, which is not near where the bus stop was, which is why you guys needed to walk those hours to get here. You guys kind of like went south, kind of need to go around and go a little bit back up north towards those forests. As he kind of grabs a map from behind the mantle, kind of lays it out, and when you look at it, it's made out of like great quality genuine leather, but it looks very old. Like the borders are not at all what the borders of Spain and France are. This is very old. Does not look of this time period in any way, shape, or fashion.
And is she gonna point out the sister location from there?
Yeah.
Like where are we right now, and where is your sister location?
Well, you're by the Pyrenees Mountains, which she kind of points.
And then I'm gonna like open my journal, and as always, start.
We're gonna move
drawing
here a little.
Start kind of drawing map. Oh, look at our old drawings.
Oh yeah, those old drawings. I have to select each one. Why can't I?
Oh no, the froggy.
Delete that. Delete that. So at the current, you guys would be here, and there's one forest here and one forest here.
Right here.
Yeah, you're a little bit closer to this area, and there's a couple forests here.
Towards Paris?
Yes, towards Paris.
Okay.
So there's one central France and there's one on the outskirts of Paris.
Yes. And just so you recall, specifically Griswold more than anybody else. If I remember correctly, this is occupied Nazi territory. This is not.
Okay.
So you need to go into Nazi territory to go to these forests.
Oh god. That is harsh.
We might still end up on the beaches of Normandy.
I hate to say it, but the Madame hasn't had connection with them in a very long time. They might not even be standing at this moment.
She kind of lowers her head. That's also a possibility.
I've seen the damage that Muggles can inflict on a massive scale. Repaired an entire village with the help of the flora. It's a very likely possibility.
As she sighs, "Well, rest up. I have a couple of gifts if you guys have other missions, let's say, and to keep. And then she kind of grabs Sonya's cheek and kind of pulls it to keep you safe. And then with the other hand, kind of like slaps the other side of your cheek. I think we all need at least a couple of hours of isolation to ponder on what's been happening. I'm gonna go make some tea. And she kind of steps out. I'll be back in a few. Give you guys time to discuss what you need to yourselves. And then she kind of winks towards Sonya. I won't be listening. And then moves back to the kitchen.
Ooh, wink, wink.
As she leaves, I was still standing this entire time. I wasn't seated. I'm just gonna point my staff at the table and cast Goodberry.
Okay.
And just kind of put them in a circle. Take one for myself, and then say I'll prepare the graves, and move here with. And before I walk out of the room, I'll dig into my explorer's pack, pull out the desert shawl I had for when we were traveling through Egypt. Mm-hmm. Wrap the former Wood Nymph in it so that the stump where the skull used to be is now concealed.
Okay.
And I guess I'll.
Before you leave, a noted point. On this old map, there are two, which you guys can roll me a history check in a second too, like, with, Jericho, Leon, you said you pulled out a modern map, right? With that, you can pretty much identify what locations are where. At least what forests these are talking about. In the older map, there's multiple drawings throughout. And in here, around this forest where you presume you are, you do see a picture of a very old school, medieval as pre-Renaissance for sure, drawing of a fairy-looking woman, but her skin looks like it's trees. Further up at the if I'm remembering this correctly, at the forest that you are knowing as Mont d'Arachin. However, that is perfectly pronounced in French because I don't have a French accent. I was going to say it in Cajun voice, and now it's totally not appropriate. When you look up there is. It looks like a what you would describe as. It's a hunchback-looking individual, and it's an old, frail, like emaciated old lady with these horrible teeth. And further below, it is it looks like an alchemic symbol. You definitely know it's an alchemic symbol, but to figure out what it is. I would need Arcana rolls.
You said roll history a while ago. It was a 15.
I don't know. But you have a map.
That?
You have a map, so
it
nullifies that. And the second one is the Ville de Charest forest. If anyone wants to look at the map, or is Leon currently looking at it from 20 feet away?
Where is the map?
On the table.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you guys. However you want to roll this.
Arcana is 16.
Okay.
15 plus 1.
Before it just becomes a me and Jeremiah show, is anyone else doing anything or wanting to interact in any way? I know Griswold's intentions.
Neff is going to walk over. Hang on one sec. Just gonna walk to the table and say, Jericho, I need you to hit me as hard as you can. I need you to.
Jericho is just gonna go as softly as he can to her arm and go there and hug her.
Boop!
Neff is going to, as soon as Jericho hugs her, she's going to hug on to him and cry.
Too tight, still injured.
Don't
Oh, are you
break-
bloody?
And
Oh,
then
okay.
gives him a potion.
Shove it in his mouth.
Cast Moonbeam? Kidding. Kidding.
No.
On both of them right there.
Oh God.
Sonya and Bones, is there anything specific that you guys want to do?
Bones wants to go to the table and look at the map.
Okay.
Sonya in the corner from where the madame left. I'm just gonna be watching everybody,
Sonya,
mostly
roll,
just thinking.
roll me perception, Sonya, and then Bones, roll me an Arcana as well. I have Leon 16. As when this is happening, Griswold, you're still gonna go outside and assist with the burial.
I mean, I can actually do the whole burial myself, but yes.
Yeah, there's going to be people that are already preset to doing that, but
Okay.
they're not going to deny the assistance, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so
Bones got a 13 on our.
okay, Bones. When you look at our alchemic symbol, it's not. It has been a year and a half since you've had like a legitimate actual class, other than the free couple of like getting to know your schedules that you were of this year. So you're not quite sure what they mean, but you do know that it's 3 different emblems squished together to make one, but you don't know what they mean. Leon, with your 16, you get that they're animalistic, and the central one is that of the alchemic symbol of the equation portion that formulates dragon.
On perception, I got 25.
Okay. You do notice, Sonya, that against the mantle where the fireplace is at, there will be a grand deer skull. There is definitely eyes within the skull looking at looking around.
I think I know what that is. Jeremiah, anyway.
But you're the one that perceives that at the moment.
You said it's an alchemic symbol of a dragon?
There's
Or it
three,
looks like
there's,
it.
There's 3 alchemic emblems all fused
Yeah.
together. The middle
Yeah.
portion is the
Oh, the
alchemic.
middle.
The middle of the 3 emblems that are essentially kind of fused together to make one equation, or one formation. The middle portion is the equivalent outcome of the Formula 4 dragon.
So there's a top layer, a middle layer, and a bottom layer, and the middle layer
Yeah.
is the equation for dragon.
So I don't know.
Have
I don't know what the others are. Or I wouldn't know what the others were. Just that middle part.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
with the
okay.
16. The middle part is
Yeah.
because it's kind of a big deal. Like that one would probably pop out the most. With Bones' Arcana, she at least knows that there's 3 different things. These are not normally put in the way it is. following an arcanic formula, specifically alchemic, it's very patterned. Like it has to formulate a universal language, and this is kind of mudding that. Sorry. Yes, Sonya.
With the deer skull, is that something I would know that would happen sometimes there, or is that something new?
I'll let you tell me that.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the skull, like, very lightly poke the eyes and be like, mind your own business.
You do hear a owl from across the room where the madame went to pour the tea. You hear a grunt from that room.
Yeah.
Before I walk out of the room,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mentally command former Wood Nymph to stand by the door, and I'm gonna walk over to the map that's got the symbol on it, and I guess look at it myself, like thinking maybe Druidic might be beneficial here. I don't know.
Okay, roll me Arcana.
Never mind.
What did you get?
That's a 4.
This looks too old from what you've been studying.
Gotcha. And with that, I guess I'll move back over to the door, and then I'll command the zombie. Let's get you right.
As it just follows instinctually
Yeah,
with your commands.
it's just a 5-foot leash behind me.
Yeah. Okay. As you assist with all the burials that needs to happen outside, which will take a good while for that to come through fruition. The party members that are within the little side room here at the first floor, what do you guys want to do?
As soon as Griswold leaves, I'll go to the table and look at the map.
Okay. You pretty much see everything that's been described. If you would like to roll an Arcana, you certainly may.
While
Yes.
that's happening, Neff is going to, once she's able to get a hold of herself after crying, she's going to look at everybody and say, I am so sorry for everything that just happened.
24.
Okay. As you don't quite hear exactly what Neff's saying. You get the gist of it, but you're looking at the emblem, and you kind of see for a split second the decomposure from Sonya, as to indicate the gravity of what she's looking at. Everybody else, you hear Neff's sorrowful apology. So, because it's just a lot easier just to say it, and to the time, Sonya. Some subjects are a little bit funner when you research what the professor didn't want you to research, and the emblems are animalistic in nature. One is of a bear, and the other one is of a centipede. And the how they're formulated, you see that the equation leads perceivably the quote-unquote drawing for power or head out in 3 different corners. And as you're trying to see, like, what the hell does that mean? It finally hits. This is a fusion of all 3 of these beasts.
Oh, no.
This is a specific formula for whatever wizard created this chimera.
Player is screaming. I am. As a player, I am screaming. Please, God, no. Chimera is God, no. No. Edward.
You're not in the room.
Like, as a player, I'm not saying anything in character. I'm just saying, ah!
Ryan does not like the idea of chimeras, but
No.
from your perspective, there is a hunchback, old-looking witch. I mean, it's fairly easy to see it's an old lady that apparently was guarding one forest, a chimera guarding another forest, and the wood nymph guarding this forest, which are the three major ones that the Velas live in. Throughout your understanding, Sonya, you would know that the forest is here in older times. Yes, these were like the big baddies that lived there until technology civilization continued and the Velas were able to bloom for themselves, construct a school, be associated with the ministry protecting them, and these myths or creatures have kind of just gone away. But if whatever the Madame is saying in Grindelwald is saying either you're with me or against me, and communication has been lost, that is something. So, what do you guys do?
Like after I'm reading the map and I guess like kind of draw the map out on how if we are gonna basically draw the map on how we can go there or something, options, and basically just after that, I'm kind of doing it right now. I'm just gonna sit on the chair and write on my journal about what's happening or what had happened.
I'm gonna tell them the gist, I guess the short version of it, and show them what the symbols are. I'm like, that's a centipede, that's a dragon, that's a bear, and all this is a chimera.
Jericho, Neff, Bones, anything specific that you guys want to do for the remaining time, I guess, that you would have here? It's going to feel less than the actual time that will pass, as a lot of this is a lot to take in, and a lot of you, I'm sure, have a lot of mental funk that you're dealing with, since manipulation and is hard to deal with, especially so soon.
Would Neff know anything about chimeras that might be relevant? I don't know.
Do you have Arcana trained?
No.
Okay, then a general information is that these are great beasts. They would be classified under monstrosities. These are things that are created by dark wizards.
Okay.
A basilisk would be considered in the same category with what an aura would hunt, as an example.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna just say, what would the chimera do, or maybe not that. I don't know.
If a chimera was released, it would do whatever it wanted to.
Yeah.
So Griswold's gonna help dig the graves for the other Vila, with the former Wood Nymph standing by a tree, just doing it himself, getting down into the earth. And then I guess he's going to dig the former Wood Nymph's grave himself, like requesting not to be helped on it. And after which, command the subject to lie down in the grave and dispel animate dead.
As the hole gets after not maybe 2 or so hours of everything, of all the hard work, as the sweat starts beating from you. The outside is cold, but comforting with all the amount of work that you're doing, as there is a large gathering of different velas that are mourning, saying prayers, throwing personal attunes into the holes that have been buried, muttering different incantations or charms to make the situation look pretty. And there is a large distance, not in actual distance, but there's a disconnect between your grieving and how they're grieving. There is pretty much almost nobody's, especially after mentioning that you didn't need assistance. There is a complete focus on their sisters that have passed.
Of course.
As you instruct your subject to lie down after a hole that you deemed were good enough, essentially. And she does so, and it just feels that there, because the charm is still there still feels that connection.
As I dispel the animate dead, after getting the plot covered, I'm going to venture lightly out into the woods looking for some kind of either marker or something I can basically carve into to leave a brief epitaph.
Okay.
And assuming I find it, place it at the headstone of where this plot would be and carve into it, "Here lies the Wood Nymph, known not by her actions, but by her love of the forest." And then, in very poor druidic under that, carve "Farewell."
As within the next hour or so, you do so. No one really questions or asks what is happening. They kind of just assume that you were brought in by the madam, and with all the sisters that are gone here, they're doing their own thing, but they don't interrupt yours. Yes, no.
I just wanted to note, I'm assuming that when Grizz took his sand, what was that?
You're talking about the Explorer's Pack shawl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you took that, did you take off the coat as well, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to note that I picked it up.
I forgot it was on her, but I would have done that.
You'll get a bloody coat in a bit. There's nothing we can do about that. I'm sorry. You gotta put that through the washing machine.
Prestidigitation.
In almost 3 hours or so, you pass. The madame will come back with a set of tea and cups for each one of you guys. I would say that almost intuitively and in time with Griswold coming back into the room, when you open the door, almost a second after she opened the door and looking at you, as a kind of like oh, I didn't expect that, but okay. As she does, there are 8 stones that are also along the tea. And she kind of looks at Sonya, would highly encourage and perceive that you guys have a little bit of assistance in going forth and tackling what you're about to tackle. I am hearing words through the veil that hearts have been changed in some of your former teachers, and maybe action will start to take place against Grindelwald. I, through my own means and poking, have also understood that if what the Vela said is true, and then looking towards Jericho, and then immediately towards Sonya. And from what I saw, someone whose heart belongs to somebody else cannot be charmed.
Cute.
Cheesy, cheesy as fuck. No, I'm kidding.
And since Grindelwald's heart belongs to another, his was difficult to persuade, thus easy for him to impose his will upon a guardian that we did not know was here. And in front of you, there are some old that I've been collecting and gathering, and maybe this is the only opportune time, but some old ion stones that have lost some diffusion and power in age of forgotten, but could help you guys. As you see a deep red stone, a pink stone. There's a translucent blue stone. There's also this a blue sapphire that looks almost like marble quality. There's a pink and green like sparkled one. There's a complete onyx cube. There is a prism that's pink and it looks like the dust is already coming off of it. And there is a gold, almost looking like dehydrated like nut, but she calls it a stone. Are you all familiar with these?
Rocks aren't my forte.
Are
Is
they
this a
similar to the
sending stone? Jeremiah says.
What's up, Sonya?
Are they similar to the stones that the old lady had back in Egypt? Or is it?
They those were floating on her head, and these look very, very similar to those. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at those stones intently. What are those?
It depends on what you need assistance with. It is a metamorphosis in a way to assist in, and as she points at the deep red one in your agility, points at the pink one in your fortitude, points at the blue one in your insight, passes on like going back and forth. The blue sapphire marble one, intelligence. The pink and green one, leadership qualities. The onyx cube, might. The pink dusty one in general protection, and the gold dehydrated one in life.
How many stones is it? Is like exactly how many we are? Like one,
No, there's
3,
8
4,
of them.
5, 6.
There's
there's
eight.
eight.
There's
There's
6 of them.
you? Yeah. I
Maybe-
will note that going through the metamorphosis might be excruciatingly painful. But they're here to
Painful how?
I don't want to discourage. But
Painful.
I'll step forward. I don't honestly know if I can move my character while holding my mic key. I'm hoping this doesn't break things. Or actually, I'll step forward to right there.
As she looks at all you guys, I will guarantee that you don't die. But that is a possibility if your body's not
Is he gonna-
willful to withstand this.
Is he
This
gonna
is-
turn us into? And then I just kind of look at Jericho and.
It
'Cause
won't turn
I don't
you
know.
into anything abnormal. It would just forever change who you are,
I will.
if you so choose.
This is me using an action here, but I'm going to trigger my last symbiotic of the day.
Okay.
And grab the leadership stone.
Okay.
The pink and green one?
That one,
Yeah,
partially because it's the only one with green in it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like kind of a leader. I'm one of the teachers, but I'll say, how do I use it?
As she kind of looks at everybody, first it must be brewed correctly. And
Okay, I won't trigger
essentially-
my damn symbiotic, but still.
Oh yeah, it must be brewed It would taste like you would expect a stone to taste like.
Like I would taste a what?
A stone to taste like.
Ah.
You must drink it and then hope that your body does not reject what you are withstanding.
Is it gonna taste better than polyjuice? Okay.
Actually, yes, it will.
Then that's good enough for me, I guess.
As the tea is for pretty much appearance. We're not gonna drink it right now, but it is jasmine tea and it's quite good. If you would like some. As currently Griswold has the pink and green stone.
Wait,
the leadership.
Is the tea supposed to be for brewing these stones?
It's ceremonial and it's part of the ritual. Yes.
I'm gonna look at shoot, I forgot the name. Jericho. I'm gonna look at Jericho intently, and then slowly mage hand the agility stone.
And I'm gonna slowly mage hand him back from him.
As both of them have their wand kind of out, and a deep red stone is kind of like moving back and forth a little bit.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
That's a rock.
With the mage hand.
Okay, yeah, with the mage hand, rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, all right.
Where's the gold one?
Because I know we're both agility fighters.
Just again. There is the deep red is agility. The pink one is fortitude. The transparent blue is insight. The marble sapphire blue, scarlet and blue. Sorry, that one's intelligence. The pink and green is leadership. The onyx cube is might. The dusty prism pink one is protection, and the gold nut looking one is life.
Because I think power and protection might be good for Neff, since Neff is always in the front line, like always.
Yeah,
I mean, I was also kind of considering reaching for protection, if only because I can face tank.
As she was looking at you guys, again, this will permanently change things. So it's
I'm
not.
gonna let it go and be like, I'm gonna let it go and be like, you know what, Jeremiah, you need it more than that.
Who?
Oh!
Who's this Jeremiah you talk to?
I'm sorry,
Leon.
I'm sorry, Leon.
Jeremiah is my uncle.
Correct.
How do you know my uncle?
Never mind, Leon. You need it more than I do.
Like, you're fast enough. I'm not that fast. As I argue with this child.
I mean, doesn't Jericho already have the magical like move without sound boots?
No,
That's me.
Sonya.
That's all.
Sonya.
He's just
Okay.
really good.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just really
he's
good.
just that sneaky.
Just to keep on track, because track.
Time.
And that's it. Leon has the deep red agility stone.
Agility
As
stone.
we're gonna summon Thanos in a bit. No.
Coronavirus. Get out. That word. Beep it. Bleep
Yeah.
it. Sorry.
Lol.
I ain't doing that shit. You fuck up. What about the rest of it?
Okay, are we picking these now, or can we like pick them out of game and come back to it? I think this
can
is
do whatever you want. Do you guys want to decide to do this out of game, and then we start next week with this in game?
yes,
Is that a good idea?
like, or at least that's what I'm in favor of. If anybody
I'm
else,
seeing a couple of heads shake. All right. If
Yeah,
we're going to
I
do
like
that,
Yeah.
we're going to just to set the mood. Whatever stone you chose, that'll be migrated into a different room where there's going to be a furnace, and the stone will literally be put into the furnace as it starts melding, put into a metal container where she's going to uniformly cast cone of cold on the metal containers to diffuse the heat, and then as soon as y'all drink it,
Oh,
we'll see what
I
happens.
thought we were gonna take. I thought we were gonna take like shots like.
It has to be incredibly quick, or you're going
Brewed
to take.
into tea and ingested orally. We're not freaking mainlining rocks.
I thought we're like.
Nah,
With our
it's a rock. It's not heroin.
With demonetization in place for this stream, we will end it. But I do need everyone to do me a quick solid and get out their wands.
Avada Kedavra. Oh, it's.
I need you to stop demonetizing us. The children cannot hear these bad words.
Abracadabra? Oh, that's all I said.
So,
Alakazam. You know,
Smoke meth, hail Satan.
with wands at the ready, we will see you guys next time. Magic missile, right? Magic missile. Alright, guys. We'll see you later. We'll start with this metamorphosis process that the Madame is heavily insisting on you guys do to assist you in facing what could be a direct challenge to Grindelwald, as a couple of hours of meditation and divulging to you how serious this has developed.
Okay.
See you guys next time. Adios.
Goodbye.
Bye.